Good evening, November Foxtrot. What?
Evening.
Wow.
What?
Very energetic intro.
He was on it.
Gee whizzer.
How are you both?
Good. How you doing,
I'm
mate?
fine.
Sweet.
Oh, apparently we've just gone
look.
live. Apologies.
And we got an angry face. What have we got?
Sorry
an
for
angry
being
face?
live.
Who did
Why
an
have we
angry
got an
face?
angry
Oh, hang on.
From
Les
who?
has given us
Les.
an angry face. Well done, Les.
I haven't seen this
Thanks,
angry
Les.
face. No, mine's a winky face with his tongue sticking out.
Oh, mine's
No,
an angry
on
face.
Facebook.
Yeah. Oi, 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 boys, winky face, tongue sticking
No,
out.
not that bit.
No, he's done an angry face on the.
Andy has admin privileges still. On the admin thing, you can see if anyone leaves a like or a various face on Facebook. So Les has currently apparently Les an
I've not
angry
reached
face.
that level yet. I'm yet to reach the lofty heights of admin privilege.
Hi Kenny, hi Rage, hi Harry.
great, 'cause you
Harry,
can
by
do
the
things
way,
like
excellent video on your
Yes.
whatever the gun was.
I'm gonna say M56, M57 smart gun.
Yeah.
I know it was a smart gun. It was
I
an
actually
M.
did watch Aliens.
Can't
after
remember the
watching that.
number.
And I
Yeah,
never
it's
noticed
awesome.
until I saw Harry's video that there is actually a drum mag on the side of the smart gun in the film. I never noticed that before. I was just like, oh, fucking yes.
And the only thing I was a little bit like, oh, it's an MG42 that he's taking apart. I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's
worth
making a
it.
smart gun out of it. Come
He's
on.
making
no, I
a-
know, but M56 smart gun. There you go.
M56. I was close. I said 5 and
M56.
7.
So if anyone's
Harry, are you
interested, go
gonna
and
have
check
the
out.
arm? You're gonna have like the proper arm that they use.
Yeah, he's got a.
Yeah, he showed
he's
it in the
got a-
video. He's got the camera.
I haven't
arm.
seen the whole video. I saw the
Need
picture.
to watch the video.
There's a
Predator
video.
sounds, something like that. There's a
There's a
YouTube
video.
video.
Yep. So
If you look
if you're
on
interested,
YouTube,
Harry
it's on there.
Harry Badger is building an M56 smart gun from the film Aliens. It is a functional airsoft working prop, I would say. So go and check that out. Go and just type in Harry Badger on YouTube, and you should be able to find it. If you can't find it, ping us a message, and we'll point you in the right direction.
I did not
Steady
see
Yep,
the
steady cam
video.
included.
Harry,
I
are you
am.
going to knock up a monocular type foldy round thing that Drake and Vasquez wear? They've got like the
Of course
little
he is.
camera thing, and then the all a bit like Universal Soldiery sort of HUD display type thing. Please say you are going to do that. Make me one.
Make me one.
I'd wear it with all my airsoft loadouts because I think it looks wicked.
Well, after the
Doesn't do
M56, he's
anything.
going to build the robot loading exoskeleton
could
thing.
you imagine where you
He's
want?
going to rock up to an airsoft game.
I might just make a cardboard one and just follow a badger around with his. I'll just, Harry, wait for me. Wait for me, Harry.
Right, where did we get to?
I don't know.
Hi,
Still nonsense at the
infamous Rodin. Sorry. Hi, Kenny.
Welcome.
Hi, Les. Harky Mark. Kieran Thompson. Pony Tony. Ratty number 13. Good evening.
Ratty 13? Is that Ratty McRaticus, or is that a new Ratty?
It might be the 13th iteration of Ratty McRaticus. I don't know.
The Ratty Mark 13.
Hi, Daz. So Harry is also building the M1 helmet and armor and shoulder torch, and
I've
the
got
big
an
yellow
M1 helmet.
power loader. Maybe.
I'm gonna make a marine outfit because I know someone who's got a pulse rifle and I can borrow it, and I'm gonna be Harry's
Lovely.
number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah, baby.
Uh,
Or I might just go
We got-
Sigourney Weaver, big curly wig, little white vest, and just follow Harry around. I think I can pull that off. I reckon.
I'll go with the
Sigourney Weaver.
alien. I'll just eat like a chocolate bar. So that's the little mouth coming out of my mouth, and I'll just run around like a velociraptor, like. "Argh."
like a
Yeah,
what?
that sounds exactly like the aliens from the movie. Chocolate mouth, velociraptor arms.
Yeah. And I'll be his
Glad-
tongue.
Glad Mike wasn't in charge of the props for that film. Imagine how shit that movie would have been if he'd been in charge of sorting the aliens out.
Oh no! Infamous Ronin says your podcast was highly recommended by Ryan James when he gave me a lift recently.
Oh,
Please
dear.
don't see the last 4 minutes or 5 minutes as a standard that we set.
No, it gets worse.
Yeah, it gets progressively more
This is
downhill
the
from here, chat.
best you're
So
gonna
leave
get.
while you can, is what I
Hi
say.
James, hi Richard. Funnily enough, actually, earlier we were talking about. So we've obviously got our event coming up. A little cheeky plug. If you want to find out more, you can go to the website. We were talking about potential charity thing that we could do, and we were floating the idea between us of doing sort of maybe a 24-hour episode, which would be quirky. But we were worried that we would run out of things to talk about. But that could be Marky Mark says, I like Ryan.
I like Ryan.
I like Ryan most of the time. I like Ryan.
Rage says you look like Sigourney Weaver if she had been on meth for 10 years.
She had been.
Quite sure.
57 years she was in cryo sleep. All right, she looked gleaming when she woke up.
She did well.
Bitch.
Infamous Ronin says I watched the previous one recently with Tage and it was a good watch. Oh, cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. Ryan says, you lads have never run out of things to speak about. Oh, yeah. But 24 hours continuously might prove that.
It is nonsense, though, isn't it? Most of it, to be honest.
You got to think.
Special shout out to Chris as the latest Buy Me a Coffee subscriber. Thank you very much, mate.
You're the man.
So, yeah, we're doing a Q&A tonight. So if you have any questions, please feel free to throw them in a chat. They can be as wild or as varied as you like. We only ask if you could add a little cue to the beginning of it, so it just helps me and Andy find them as they pop up.
And me, I'm here too. Hi.
No, I know you're here, but I didn't know how much of it you can see. That's all I was going... Sorry.
We need to give him access.
Andy and Lance.
We need to give you access.
We'll give him access.
We'll give you
Lance storms off.
At the end of the show.
Yes, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat. But in the meantime, we are going to hit the news.
I kick my gun and I go pew 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 pew.
News. Ha! You were fast.
You did it. You were.
Yeah, boy. And I was trying to put my earpiece back in, and I heard the news thing as I was like, "Oh, you bastard!" Breaking news.
So I've got a little purchase. It's something that I sort of talked about on the NoFo community chat. So if anyone's interested in joining us on there, jump on Facebook, and we have a little sort of Facebook Messenger chat that we accidentally set up. We're not 100% certain how it happened.
It automatically did it. Facebook did it for us.
But you can join that. This is a Dragon Supplies comms cord reel. It's got a little carousel on. It's effectively a fishing line.
It is a fishing line. It's a fishing reel.
It is branded Dragon Supplies.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's what I quite like is it holds 30 meters of comms cord. So comms cord is obviously the super thin paracord that we've talked about on the show quite a bit. It is tensionable on one side, so if you see the screen at the moment, I can't rotate that round very easily that way, but freely goes around the other way. So it means that it's constantly self-winding unless I deactivate the tensioner. Yep, yeah. And then it obviously ratchets out, and then I can get my comms cord out. So
can you just can you pull that now without spinning it, and it go click, 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 click?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's definitely just a fishing reel. There you go.
It is just a fishing reel. Yeah. But it was advertised as the Dragon Supplies comms cord carousel.
Although, question, how much was that?
It was only £12.
See, that's quite a good fishing reel for £12. Like, normally those fly fishing reels go for like at least 60 upwards.
Well, yeah, it depends who it's made by as well.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of the brand of my dad's fly rod. It's like in a red velvet box. It's fucking never uses it because it's expensive. Things like that. It's pointless then, isn't it?
The only box I've got to hand is unfortunately one that
you're never going to use.
The only box that I've got to hand for it is unfortunately one I've destroyed, but it does come in a little. It's called a military comms reel. I will defer to those serving soldiers or post-serving soldiers if anybody has, if these are a real thing or not. I'm not sure.
Ever used one?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it serves the purpose that I want it for.
Fishing.
Tidy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my plan is to basically, I've got my scaffold shelves behind me, so my plan is to cable tie that using the rod attachment there onto that. So I've got basically a permanent comms cord reel. I've got 30 meters on there, but there's still space. You can just see that. There's still space to add more onto that. And I actually bought 2 more subsequent to buying this one.
One for me.
Yeah. Thank you. No, I didn't buy them to share, unfortunately. Not this time.
Oh.
But my plan is I'm going to have one of these in my car because
obviously
when I bought the comms core.
You've got to have one for the murder bag.
Of course, he's got to have one in the car. Why wouldn't he?
the comms cord that I've had to date, when I've sort of tried to unravel it, I think we had the exact same problem at the Empire event that we were at, where we were trying to get some comms cord so that we could do the little paracord on the dog tags.
Oh yeah.
So we used comms cord for that because that was what we had to hand, and it fitted the holes quite nicely. But it was an absolute nightmare trying to unreel it, whereby having it on the little carousel is going to make it nice and easy to access, basically. So that's the plan. All right, the fishing reel.
More Americanisms coming out.
Carousel.
Carousel.
Yeah.
Got some intel on the carousel.
Ray says, of course you will have comm cord in your car. How else will you keep your victims from jumping out the car? Yeah,
exactly.
It's really just comms cord is a really useful little, lightweight, relatively decent strength cord, basically.
Yeah. Stops them from getting away, though, doesn't it, mate?
Well, that's filled the show for 10 minutes talking about comms cord and your fishing reel, Mike. Nicely done.
There we go.
Well done.
Content we've got.
Thank you. Have you got any new purchases this week? I know that you do, Lance. You're about to go.
You do. You went.
I've got a random purchase I'd like to discuss, which we spoke about before. So I received this box from Amazon. My name and address, everything on the packaging, and I didn't order this. Mike's got a theory. What they are is I've been sent 4 anti-mole and rodent deterrent sticks, which do keep the baddies away, basically. And they do that, and I don't know who sent them to me. I don't know why they've sent them to me, but I've got them, so thank you. So that was my first bit of weird news, that I've received 4 of these.
Would you like me to talk about my theory, or we'll just leave it as Mike's got a theory?
Mike's got a theory.
Nobody needs to hear about it.
So there was a watchdog thing a little while ago, whereby companies are ordering products through Amazon to random addresses, so that they can then do that on their own account. It then flags up as a verified purchase, so that they can then leave, a 5-star review. So if you are selling a product,
why wasn't it a fucking PlayStation 5 or something? Why has it got to be
they
mold?
probably don't need 5-star reviews on Amazon, to be fair.
Mold deterrents.
I'd imagine Sony's marketing department are like, right, we'll just send a load of these out, and then we can give ourselves 5 stars.
The ironic thing is, I don't have a lawn that would require the deterrent of moles. So this is void. Null and void. I don't need it. Rubbish. Next thing I got was a can of Smidge. Not seen it in millets before. No. $8.99. Smidge is the repellent of repellents.
It is. It's wicked.
All-weather adventure, scientifically proven to combat the infamous Scottish midgie. So if it deals with the Scottish ones, which are supposed to be horrendous,
they are.
It can deal with the soft southern ones. So Shamon, going to be cracking on with that shortly. And my last one, which my lovely wife bought for me for our 14-year wedding anniversary, was my new dump pouch 9mm mag combination from White Sphere Tactical.
Ooh. Yeah, it's awesome.
It's very nice.
It's got the 5.56 actually inside there, so it's like it saves on a bit of real estate, and the 2 9mm mag thingies as well on the old belt.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
It's nice, isn't it?
Love that. So thank you very much, darling wife. I bought her an anklet.
And if you're interested in purchasing anything from White Sphere Tactical, we now have some discount codes for them up on the website
we
as well.
do. Up and running.
So go and check those out under the Intel section.
Not laughing at that bit. I'm laughing at Rage's comment about the moles.
Rage has just said... Sorry, Rage said the moles sent them to keep you guessing about their next move.
Bastards, they're onto me.
Oh. Wait until they get proposed.
It's because they knew I was clearing the camping area for the event, so there's going to be just like molehills all there tomorrow. I'll be like, I knew I should have used them somewhere. That's where they're for.
That's what they're for.
But yeah, all good. That's my purchases.
Right. Andy, have you got any news or purchases?
Yes, I bought some stuff from Kydex Customs. Holsters, mid-rides, radio pouches,
you can talk.
Talk. Oh, I don't know. What's he doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for that. I know they're busy, but happy to wait. And also as well, I bought a Vortex Venom to go on top of my Combat Master, so I can be gangster with my new pistol loadout.
You got a new pistol?
Nice.
Sorry, I missed that. I was grabbing something.
Oh yeah, and I bought a Combat Master.
Yeah, for anyone listening back on audio, or grabbing an item, not just grabbing myself, grabbing an item. So.
Yeah.
Oh, new pistol, yeah, boy.
New pistol, Vortex Venom. Yeah, can't wait. Gonna look Gucci.
I might get a new pistol, because mine's starting to show its age now. The old girl. takes a bit more whacking to get it to go forward, you know.
Yeah.
But I might
throw
take
it at people.
I'm going to take the Kenny to let him have a look. I might get a little Dremel and just Dremel some of the inside of the top slider because it seems to be like catching on the hop a little bit. So.
Can we just get a new slide?
No, I want to keep it.
You don't have to replace the whole thing.
I've had this pistol for 20 years. It's had 2 handguards and 15
it's
slides.
Trigger's pistol.
It's still the same pistol.
I've got one other little purchase which I forgot to mention, which I'll flash across the screen now. It's still in the box, but it's
Oh, look what he's done.
I did it! I'm a real boy! Yeah, buddy. So that's that. MWS. Courtesy of Empire. Go on, the lads. So yeah, I'm looking forward to learning all about that now. Spending about £900 on magazines. So that's going to be fun. But yeah. Please don't fall over. I'll lay it down there.
I have to admit, I'm a bit
broken.
Little bit jealous.
I'm very jealous.
I am excited. Yeah, man.
Other things news-wise, we are going to be having patches soon. We are currently having a batch of patches made. We have 2 colours. So we are having the classic orange fox made, and we have a new colour. We have. Have you got
an echoey voice that says classic?
Classic.
No, not yet. The app that I opened up half an hour ago is still taking ages to load. So yeah.
So still got dial up.
Yeah. I just made it. I just disabled it to the point of I didn't want to come onto the show with a woman's voice again. Yeah. So we are having some patches made up. We will have 50 of our brand new colour patch. They are a colour that has not been made before.
Ever
at all. So if you are interested,
it's a new colour.
Yeah, it's a brand new colour.
And a limited run. We've made it the colour ourselves.
Yep.
It's magenta. No.
Magenta.
Periwinkle blue.
Periwinkle blue.
So we're having some patches because I know people have been chasing us for some variations of patches and bits and pieces like that. So we have those in production. We are having some stickers made as well. We're going to have some special event-only stickers for our event that we're producing to go in the goodie bags. I'm not going to tell you what they are,
bags.
but you're going to have some of those as well. So yeah, lots of things in the pipeline basically. Right, should we crack on with some questions?
Well, we've got quite a few comments as well.
Pew, 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 pew.
That's the end. That's the end, Lance.
Oh,
that's officially the end of the news.
Infamous Running says, I just bought. Infamous Running just said, I just bought a Vortex Crossfire 2 MOA.
Yeah, nice. Lovely bit of kit.
Yeah, boy.
Anthony's Airsoft just bought a Kydex holster after listening to your show last week.
Cool.
Yes, mate.
Classic.
That's what we like. That's what we like. Where's my Kydex holster?
There's a couple other questions. I'll try and save the questions for a little bit.
Excuse me.
Rage says Kydex custom holsters are very good. Anthony Airsoft, I love my MWS. Made it out to be a L119A1.
Ooh, lovely.
That deserves a
With
move.
a proper front.
Oh, you
with a
can't
proper
do it
front rail.
because your thing's not open.
I can do that. No, we can do the ooh.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We can do ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Can we do a couple more? 'Cause there were previous oohs worthy.
Yeah, there's lots of oohs.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Ooh. Ew.
Our listeners are now just dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Ray says if an MWS isn't in my goodie bag, I'm going to skin Andy and make a suit out of him.
Take it out, Mike. Take it out. So I want to see this.
Done.
Just Rage chasing Mike around the woods.
No, not me.
Oh, Andy, sorry. Rage will be completely naked, though, because he needs his suit. Come back!
Pony Tony, I decided to buy a Kydex holster and then found out hours later about your new discount code, gutted.
We'll get a refund and then buy it again.
Yeah.
Just throw that out. Sorry, take. Just put that out there.
James C brought a GHK M4 a few years ago. Kind of wish I'd gone the MWS route.
I love the MWS.
Rage says it puts lotion in the basket or it gets the hose again.
Oh, mate, I love that film.
Yeah.
Put the fucking puppy in the basket.
I'll bring the lotion. Hey. Well, looking forward to this event now.
Yeah. Yeah, this event's taken a change for the better.
Yeah. We're going to rename it. Sex swings.
So we had some questions come in before the show, so I have been flagging them that have popped up now, but we've just got a couple to get through first. So this one came in from Mark Back. So as I can imagine, you've been planning the event for a while, so this is obviously referring to our intro to Milsim. What experiences and lessons have you learned from the other event that you've played at and trying to put onto your own event?
Nothing. Because we're trying to do something different. No. Seriously,
no.
have
That's literally what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Like Andy said, this is quite niche. It's not been done.
It's not going to be it's not a Milsim event as such. It's something that we've been talking about for a good year now. It's more going to be catered towards like testing out your kit, training sessions. We've got some wicked trainers booked in, and some you're going to do some courses and things, and we're obviously it's an airsoft event, so you've got to have a bit of a pew, so having a little bit of a pew in the late afternoon, early evening sort of time.
Late afternoonish sort of time. I mean,
but it's mainly to test out kits, try our kits. Like I think most of us are going to be bringing stuff that we've talked about on the show, having it set up. So, like, if you've never slept in a hammock, my hammock's going to be set up for people if they want to jump in and have a night skip in a hammock before they buy it. So it's not. I wouldn't class it as a sim event. It's to get everyone used to
it's
going to a Milsim.
You know, ultimately it's aimed at sort of like people who have not done a Milsim event before, or who have maybe done a little bit of camping before, social camping or whatnot, but they like the idea of a Milsim, but they're it's a bit daunting sort of like booking onto an event when you've not like done anything like that. So this event is really up their street, because this is exactly who we're targeting, is getting Milsimmers new to the community, getting them booking onto all these wicked events like the Defiant guys, Octo, SEO all put on. There's so many events out there, and loads of different sites are running weekend stuff now. So it's just sort of bridging that gap between being like doing like your Sunday skirmishes and then being able to come to an event like this, where you get some sort of first-hand experience with the three trainers that we've got coming down, who have got vast knowledge, years of knowledge of like military training. Obviously, they're one of them's not serving now, but did 14 years front line, knows his onions, trust me. Two are still currently serving, really in amongst it, so they'll have all the latest spiel to give you on like your field crafty stuff and bits and bobs like that. So it's going to be there's so much to cover. There's basically free workshops throughout the day, or what did we class them as, workshops, or was it
sessions?
Yeah, like
sessions, three sessions if you like. So you'll have like a one session with one trainer covering a certain topic, and a couple of hours there doing that, and then you'll break off, and then your group will then move around to the next trainer and a couple of hours on that, and it's sort of like a round robin sort of thing. So, I mean, so to say, like, to go back to Mark's question, we haven't really we haven't really taken anything from other events, because this hasn't really been done. I've certainly never seen an event organised in this way before, so this is all very new to us and new to people attending events, because this is their first time, sort of thing, and it's in a nice controlled environment where they can test kit out. I'm going to be bringing a varying amount of different, like, 1-man, 2-man shelters up, basher setups, like there's a couple of hammocks and that, just to be able to look through kit and see what's required from a minimum point of view. And as further down the line you get, then you change kit and you advance in what sort of kit you carry and stuff like that. It's just to give a massive overview and a good insight for people to think, really like the sound of this, and give them a night out under the stars, and obviously bringing that social aspect into it as well in the evening with a barbie and a few bevies and stuff like that, So
definitely. Yeah,
I can't wait. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, I'm actually very jealous that I'm not going to be involved in actually doing the 3 sessions.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Screw you. I'm walking around with everyone. I need to learn a lot.
The only things I probably would say that we maybe have put into it that, we've approached it on the basis of what we would want to spend our money on, and we've tried to maximise for that amount what we would want. So I mean, for example, we've got a raffle. We like a raffle when we go to events. It's a little bit of fun, so we're doing a raffle. There's some goodie bags. Everyone loves a goodie bag, so we wanted to do that. We like a barbecue. For those that have seen us at some of the Octo events, we literally rock up.
Every Octo event. We even managed to shoehorn a barbecue in at a Legion event at Longmoor. Remember, Big Mike came out. He went, "Fuck me, you've actually got a big ass barbecue." I was like, "Yeah, do you want some pork belly?" He's like, "Absolutely yes."
So I mean, we're having a chat with a fair few people between the three of us on Instagram, social media, and the like. And a lot of the comments are coming back. It's like, oh yeah, you're not really sure about whether this event's for me. I've never done a milsim before or anything like that. This is intended to be a safe space, to be as milsim or first into milsim as you want to be. So if you want to rock up and you've got a full glamping set up with a 4-poster bed, anything like that, you're more than welcome to. It's not a problem. This is not a test of your kit or anything like that. This is just to give you the opportunity to try out something that maybe you haven't done before, or even if you just want to have a nice luxurious camp and do the training during the day. So have a go at that and the battle sim, or even just come along and hang out, have a bit of a social, meet some people, whatever you want to get out of it, that's what we're intending for.
But it's obviously at the end of the day, there is a bit of to and fro. It is down to will be down to you to obviously attending the event would be the event would be number one. But then put yourself out there a little bit. Take on board what the DSs are saying to you when you're doing the little training sessions and stuff like that. And then like Mike said, when it comes to the kit, you can bring up with a very minimal basic kit list that you require for you just to have a comfortable night overnight in the woods. We have additional shelters and stuff like that are going to be there if what you've brought does go awry and you can't use it, then there is secondaries there that will keep you dry and out the wind and rain and stuff. So don't worry about that. Yeah. But
also as well, like if you wanted to try something, if you wanted to have your tent set up. But you were like, actually, do you know what? I fancy seeing what it's like sleeping under a basher.
Or sleep under a basher, sleeping bag, bivvy bag, roll mat inside it, and just if it's a nice clear night, why not?
Exactly. And if it's not for you, you got your tent literally set up just over, like literally 2 feet away, so you can just crawl out and go straight to sleep and have a good night's sleep. It's exactly all down to you what you want to make of it. And
failing that, we're going to have a massive canopy gazebo and another gazebo and stuff like that, so with sides and things, so we'll find you a comfortable space. So we've been to events before where someone's tent leaks and stuff like that. We will look after you. This is not just suck it and see, never had a go.
Tough shit, get on with it. It's not going to be like that.
If something goes
this
wrong,
is an introduction to mil sims
to
and the kit that you sort of require for it. So this is like a bit of an eye opener for a lot of people to sort of get into it. Basically, we're just encouraging people to get into milsim. So the last thing we want to do is scare people off from it. So
and we're all very cuddly.
Absolutely, yes. Especially Rage, he loves
some more than others.
Rage will just wear you.
Apparently, Rage will have spare camp beds and ground mats for anyone that needs them as well.
So there we go.
Lovely.
Absolute legend that man is.
True hero.
Ryan says Mike is super cuddles.
Super cuddles.
I really like Mike. I really like Ryan.
I really like Ryan. Ray says, I truly don't think you can quantify the benefits of sleeping in the woods and benefits for your mental health as well. So.
What that man said. That is, absolutely.
Yeah.
Marco asked the question. He says, as this will be my first sleepover event and my start of milsim, I'm really looking forward to it. I added really,
lovely.
But I know it.
Really looking
really. Can't wait to meet you, Marky boy.
Mark asked a couple other questions as well, so we'll try and get through those. So from your perspective, what would you like to achieve and take away from this experience to possibly make any other events that you may do in the future easier? So if I can answer that.
Yeah, say that again. That threw me a little. Okay. What? From organising an event, or
so
I was reading the comment on the screen when you were reading.
No, sorry, it's not that one. From your perspective, what would you like to take away and achieve from this experience to possibly make any other events that you do in the future easier? So, if I answer first, just because the booking system has been a whole new experience for us.
For you,
we've never done that before.
Me and Lance have just gone. Run with it, Mike.
We now have a bank account. We've set up a Stripe account, which you apparently need to link to the booking system. We have a booking system account. It's all just, for me, I think the whole podcast has just kind of gone from like the next step. So that for me is like, if we do this again in the future, we're going to have that experience of, right, we know how to book an event. We know
unless we have a mental breakdown.
Yep.
I might.
That.
Andy.
Oh, did I? I said if we end up having a mental breakdown for it all, we might never do another one again.
Close cut of times, but yeah, most of right.
So yeah, that's something that I'm taking away from it. And I think making some new friends as well. Hopefully, if we can get a few people down that we've not met before, that's always a win.
I mean, for me, it's from the takeaway from the event. It's just making sure everyone leaves on a high and really positive, and looking forward to actually getting involved with it and starting to see the messages coming in about like, oh, what do you think I should get for this sort of setup and that sort of kit and this, that, and the other? Can you recommend any places to get this from? Blah blah blah. Love all that sort of stuff, and then seeing loads of new faces at events in the future. And then we said, oh yeah, we come to your your introduction event, and that's why we're sort of in and be like, that's wicked. Love that. It's exactly what we wanted to achieve. So
really,
just to bring some new faces into the old Milsim side of things, which is always good fun.
I meant to say that too, not just about setting up event booking websites.
We have to spread out the explanation between the three of us, don't we? Yeah, no, defo. It's going to be a blast.
Me, to be honest, both of you have covered it, other than the booking system. Lance has basically covered it. No, honestly, I'm looking for. I can't wait. It's going to be so good to see. Also, as well, people with their new kit. I love when I buy a new bit of kit and you go and get it out of your packet and you just kind of go, oh, but if you don't have a back garden or something, you don't get to really do that until you see like that. Ooh.
Ooh, I didn't get a bloody ooh. For my
he did. He sent a load of oohs.
Ooh.
Oh, indeed.
But and seeing people just unpacking stuff in a safe area, and if you don't know what you're doing, there's the amount of people that we have there, the knowledge that you'd be able to just lean off of people is going to be brilliant. I'm slightly disappointed that I'm part of the podcast, to be honest.
You're not the only one.
I think all three of us are going.
I'm sorry, I couldn't let say that.
Yeah. But I think all three of us will be. All three of us will be wandering around, definitely, and trying to get
aimlessly, just like
aimlessly,
not having a clue what's happening.
Yeah, tree.
Ooh, butterfly.
Yeah. Mike's fishing it with his
Mike's trying to catch butterflies with his fishing reel. Oh, bit strong on the old cast there.
Yeah, you've got to hold on to the string. That's the
Hold the string and throw the reel. It's not a yo-yo, Mike. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, do you reckon I probably could yo-yo that? Actually, I might try that later.
Challenge accepted.
Broken
science. There's science.
All right, question from the stream. Ryan said, "How are babies made?" Ryan, I'll send you a link later, mate. There's a good video that you probably
actually got a home video I can send you. Actually,
yeah, jump on xhamster.com and you'll see how.
No, that's not how you do it. That's completely not being created there.
Les says, if you're going to run a 24-hour show, have rolling guests.
Or quests. I quite like the sound of quests.
Yeah, I like quests. Rolling quests.
I'd like to go on a quest. Yes.
In
suits of armour.
We can do quests and guests. We could have a quest going around to people's houses.
Guess the guests' quests.
Yeah, oh God, that could be a segment, couldn't it?
On their chests.
Oh no, that just sounds dodgy, that one.
Ooh. Stop it.
Chris says, is Ryan one of the instructors at the event? He may be.
Oh.
Mike, have we got any images we can show of our
Not yet, no. I will be posting those up later.
Our SFDSs.
Our SFDSs.
Super special.
Super special.
Ratty says, or Ratty number 13, this is I, Ratty McRaticus. The boys must have switched my profile.
Oh, it is.
Well, welcome, Ratty number 13.
Welcome. James says, will your Milsim have laptops?
Is that a jab from Defiant when you said about the laptops?
Yeah.
I think that's a.
Yeah,
I think that's a dig at you, Mike.
Yeah.
For your laptop. I think you should supply everybody with laptops and Gen 4 night vision, and that will make it a real Milsim. That's my thank you. This is Karen Fraser signing off.
I didn't pick that one up.
I'm glad you remembered that one.
I hope that is James. That you are saying that's the reason you asked that question. There won't be laptops in the goodie bags if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I did something, I'll take the piss out of you there, James. I wasn't. It was perfect timing from a previous show.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm not going to go into why, but I'm not operating peak proficiency at the moment. I'm struggling a little bit at this.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
that?
I wonder why.
Oh,
Anyway,
hammer time.
Yeah. Anthony
Right, stop.
Airsoft says,
Stop. Hammer time.
Anthony Airsoft says, have you seen the new Boss sound generating system from RDX Tech? It's an M203 style unit that attaches to your AEG and when filled with green gas creates a loud crack sound when you fire around. I have not seen that, but it sounds
No, but I have
No, I
seen the
haven't.
Boss. I have seen that generating system by two guys from New Zealand who made one, which was a 203 UGL. And it wasn't gas operated. You could actually select, depending on the rifle you had it mounted on, you could choose that sound and it would blast it out. There's a video on YouTube. If you go and search that system up, they did try and get some investors in behind it, but it never. They made the prototype and it all worked perfectly, but they just couldn't get the investment. I don't believe this was. I'm going back sort of 5-6 years now, but it sounds the same as that Boss sound generating system. But it wasn't a gas-fed one; it was a electric one, basically like a Bose speaker, but it looked like a 203. Speaker was at the end, and you could choose like AK, 3-round burst, AK full auto, single shot. It sounds wicked because they did normal airsoft rifle from like 40 meters away, then they did it with that. And you're like, Jesus Christ! If you had a whole section with these on the bottom of their gun, you're fucking terrifying. Oh, it was the reason. Thank you, James. Good man. For the laptops.
That's, yeah, I was just...
Oh, that's all right.
Whoa.
No.
I know. Marky Mark. Oh no, I'm going to do that one. Rage says, I know it's a wood. Plenty of ground wood around for a portable fire pit.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. Saves
Yep.
me a job of clearing it all up. Help yourself.
I mean, basically, we're going to have a big
Help
barbecue.
yourself.
There's a big fire pit
Fire.
area going in.
Central
There
area.
will be a barbecue on site with our resident chef cooking a storm up for us all in the
Yep.
evening for us hungry pups that come back from battlefields afar. So yeah, we are to enjoy that.
I mean,
Some cold
just
beers.
to clarify, what other event do you go to where you get a camp chef?
And I don't mean sugar bowl camp chef. We mean missus, bit of panto. Don't mean that. We mean in the camping area there is a chef.
There is a chef.
Yeah.
Gonna flip some
Irrelevant that he's a little bit camp. Doesn't matter.
meat.
He's a
but I
lovely
mean, the
man.
idea you're more than welcome to have your own little fire pit and everything like that. I think
Yeah,
we're
to a
trying
degree.
get
We
everyone
can't have
together.
we can't have 30 fire
Yeah.
pits going though. You know,
No.
let's you know, if Rage wants to be an unsociable bastard and have his own little secret fire, then it's up to him. But everybody else, I'm hoping to be around the communal fire area
Yeah.
for some old shanties and ditties and stuff.
Daz says, is it just for the young ones or can I come? So the age limits on this are 16 with parental supervision or a guardian. If you're over the age of 18, you obviously don't need the parental supervision or guardian unless you really want to bring your parents. You know, you're more than welcome to. Just they have to buy a ticket as well. But no, it's not just for the young ones. It's intended for anyone really, just
Anyone.
over the age of 16. So
Cool beans.
there you go.
There we go.
Ali Kit Review, I really want to come to the event and meet all you guys. I just got to justify myself that travelling the length of the country is the right thing to do at the moment. Well, so
that's
for
fair
those
enough.
that are travelling long distances, we are opening the campsite up on the Friday night.
Friday night. Yeah.
So if you want to come down early, you're more than welcome to do that. Just let us know in advance because we obviously need to make sure that people are safe.
On
We need
that
to know
note,
who's on
Mike,
site.
it could be a bit earlier. It might not be Friday night. It could be early afternoon. I need to just confirm that we're going to have a couple of guys on site and what time they're getting there Friday. And if that's the case, then
Yep.
people are more than willing to, you know, they can turn up then.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, lovely.
But I should confirm a time
so
on
yeah.
Friday that people can arrive from.
So we'll
That
probably
sounds
have a
cool.
bit of food as well Friday night. Well, obviously we'll eat something on the Friday night. I don't know what it'll be.
Dear.
Might be pizza. Might be deer.
Yep.
Might be Andy if Rage is
Yeah,
around
the way
trying to
the way
skin
things
him.
are going like
so
that,
that,
it's
you know,
just going to be me.
If Rage wants the old skin, you know, it's the same as the rest of it go to waste.
There's a lot to go to waste as well at the moment.
Oh, baby.
Daniel Guest, I am gutted I cannot attend, but it's a fantastic idea. Mill Sims can be very daunting, believing you need a ton of kit to have a good time. Simple, slick, and lightweight is what I've learnt. Couldn't agree more.
Absolutely.
Yeah, brilliant.
Slick, yes.
You will be
no,
missed,
Lightweight.
Daniel.
My kit is none of my kits.
You will be
lightweight.
missed. Elliot Knowles says, when's the event again?
There.
29th of July.
There you go.
Arrivals from the
29th of
28th,
July.
mate.
Yep.
But the actual day itself is the 29th through to
Yeah.
late evening, and then bugging out Sunday morning of the 30th. I'll be able to go, so I'll see you later. Ah, Kieran, unfortunate, mate.
Oh, that's a shame.
I should change whatever plans you
this is
had for that day and come to the event.
Yes, but we'll see you at NAE.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be another cracking one. Oh, I've
That's
got to
the
find
next
a...
big one.
What costume do I have to find again? Fox
Well,
costume.
Pigeon
fine.
lady,
You're
innit?
making
Or
the
a fox.
pigeon woman from Home Alone 2.
There was a fox talked
No,
about
the
as well. I
fox.
believe there was 2 costumes.
No.
No, the Home Alone
part
costume.
of the
no,
deal.
The Home Alone costume was at the Defiant event.
You didn't say the magic word. No, hang on a minute. I said I'd go if yous two dress up. He's got to go as a monk. You've got to go as the bird woman from Home Alone 2, lives in the park, covered in pigeons and shite. And I'll go as Robin Hood.
But you booked on
That
now,
was
so
the
I don't
deal.
need
If you
to do it.
there's an episode, and I said that, and you two agreed to it.
Right, you need to
telling
find the
you now.
episode and I'll listen to it.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
Ricky Ward says, evening, gents. Hi, Ricky.
Evening, Ricky.
Evening, Ricky. How you doing? If anybody can find that episode, I will buy you one of our new patches. There we go. There's a challenge for our listeners.
Okay.
Anyone can find
Right.
the episode number and the time stamp of when we agreed this, you get a patch from me.
See, I have to admit, Lars, I remember
literally
this
4
episode.
people have just left the chat. So there's 4
search.
people actively looking for it right now.
I remember that episode. I can't remember which one it was, but I do remember that being said. However,
you,
I
Mike.
also remember Andy saying that he's going to dress up as the mascot and run around
Yeah, I'll do the
trying
mascot.
to give people
I'll
hugs
do
and
the
stuff
fox.
like that. So he did also say he's going to dress up
Well,
as
then
a fox.
he's going to have to bring 2 costumes.
So I think that's 2 costumes.
And he's going to be a busy boy whilst I'm sat outside
Busy
the tent
boy.
getting pissed.
Rage says, Ali kit review, long journey is going to cost money, so that aspect only you can answer. That said, being outside with people, meeting new people and new experiences is the purpose of life, mate.
Absolutely.
There you
Well said, sir. We'll have to get a book
Ratty
of
number
Rage's quotes, I reckon, going.
Tranja!
Tranja quotes. Yes, Rage. Absolutely.
Ratty number 13, hoping to attend, but better half is working, so doesn't look likely. Has started me online window shopping for gear, though, just in case.
Good lad.
Yeah, good. There's nothing
Good
wrong with window
man.
shopping.
Absolutely.
I just want to say hello to Alex. She's
sorry.
also
Oh,
she's
she's
also
aboard.
attending. She's abroad, loving the sun. But she'll
Absolutely.
also be there.
Good on you,
Um,
girl.
we
Thanks
have
for making the
supplied-
trip with hubby John.
Yes,
As well as coming down.
we have supplied you a toilet.
Yes, you've
Hope
got
you
your own
appreciate it.
Kazi,
You've got
mate.
your own Kazi.
Oh, Kazi. I don't know. If, maybe I could get a pot of Oda surplus in there.
Odor surplus.
Yeah.
Just
Keep
hanging
it fresh.
Make
Keep
all
it
nice,
fresh.
yeah. Well, I might get some one for the gents as well. Actually, I don't see why the ladies should get a pot of Oda surplus. Why can't the lads have one as well? I'll do it for both. Sod it.
I would say scented candles, but I feel like that's a bad idea.
Yeah, not in a box with potentially a lot of methane is going to be. Yeah.
This
Ooh,
event's
just
going
like
to
that.
go
Yeah.
really
Just
well.
this boom and a fireball just appear above the tree line.
Little incense stick. Just I like it. It'd be like that bit in was it the Griswold's Family Christmas where he lights his cigar by the tree, doesn't it? That flame just straight out the living room. Good stuff.
And the Airsoft says, would love to go, but unfortunately work and have another event a bit later to go to, and I don't think my test scores would survive asking the missus for
No.
another weekend away.
Yeah.
So that's fair enough.
Guys,
However,
I've valid
Crown
reason.
jewels, mate. Mm.
our event is just a Saturday. So you
Yes.
don't have to.
Yes.
You don't have to do the camp overnight. So just,
You
just
could lie. No, all right. I was going
all
to say
you'd be
he could
missing
lie.
out on is the camping and
You could
potentially a
lie.
bacon sandwich on the Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So
Or
We
just
could turn
lie
up.
and just
Just
say
say you
your
gotta
car's
work.
broken down. What do you want me to
Got to
do?
work. Got to work.
Been called into work. Yeah, it's better call out.
call
I
into
don't
work.
know what it is what you do for a
No,
living,
yeah.
but just lie. Just lie.
Lie, just lie. As long as they don't watch this episode, you'll be fine.
Just fine.
Daniel Guest, this isn't a question, but look at the 6G brass nub for the MWS Lance.
6G.
Oh.
Oh, hang on. Right, okay, hang on. 6G
Make a note.
brass nub for
Make a note.
MWS. No, don't take a note. Just take a picture of the question on the screen. There we go.
Ricky Ward says the first quest is to answer graphically how babies are made.
That doesn't start yet, though, because we're not doing a 24-hour show, so we haven't got an answer yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, no, we can do that.
Rick, I see.
We'll put that on our list.
Harry says, what's the designated safe word for the event in case I end up in a struggle cuddle? You won't.
There
There
isn't
is
a
no
safe
safe
word.
word.
Fine.
There's no safe word.
Ricky says, is it Robin Hood Men in Tights, though?
It can be.
It will be.
I think the
Do
picture
you
that Mark
want it to
made,
be?
I did look quite, I must admit, I did look quite wonderful as Robin in the one that Mark made of me.
Yeah.
I think it was the one with, what's his name? Gladiator. Russell.
Crow.
Cry.
That's the kiddie. Yeah, it's that Robin Hood that he's in, and he basically just photoshopped my head onto him. And I was rather impressed with it, and I thought, I want that outfit now.
Yeah.
Or something similar. So, yeah. We'll have to see. I need to see how good Andy's pigeon woman outfit is first, and Mike's monk thing's would be a brown blanket with a white rope around his waist.
I'm
So.
going all out.
Oh, yeah,
going
you wear
all out.
sandals.
If we're doing a NoFo Battle Monk, I'm doing NoFo Battle Monk.
Are you going to shave the ball patch on your head?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No, it'll be done.
Absolutely.
You literally just said you were going to
God.
go full.
You've got to shave
monk.
all the top and just leave a ring of hair
Rage
around
ask
the
a
side.
question. What courses are being run?
What course
How
is it
to
being
shave a monk circle
Into Mike?
on your head.
Yeah, after the barbecue in the evening. There's three sort of elements to it, mate. If you like,
Yep.
like one instructor for each one. We're sort of ironing out the last bits and bobs, but it's basically going to be like an initial sort of like kit setup, Bergen packing, admin-y type bit, with some sort of secondary bits and bobs thrown in with that one. And then the second one or third one, depending on where you start on the day, will be like fieldcraft, camo and concealment, hand signals, a bit of comms, a bit of patrolling, stuff like that, patrol orders and like patrol setups and things like that, staggered formation file and stuff like that. And then the third one's going to be more of a bit more full on, like reactions to effective enemy fire, getting into cover, moving like pepper potting, like Charlie Delta fire teams, assaulting an objective and how you clear through it, and a bit more theory in that behind that, and sort of keeping yourselves as a team. And obviously by then you'll be in your team for the day, and that'll be your team. Your team of 10 for the day will be the ones you're doing your 3 sessions with, which will then lead on to the battle sim at the end to put it all into practice. That's the theory.
Yeah, and hopefully make
It
some
could
new
go
friends
all
out of it as
tits
well.
up, but we don't know. Yeah, but by then you should have all made great new friends and not really given a toss.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Sounds class, can't wait.
there you go.
Absolutely, mate, yeah. And there will be thesaurus and dictionaries on site, Alex, for you. Any translations you need. I'll be on standby to relay anything you struggle
Yeah.
with. Southern accents. That kind of, you know what I'm saying?
We call
She's
this a
currently
sandwich.
pissed up on sangria. So,
Yes.
just shouting from the swimming pool. Bastard! No, it's going to be
Ryan
good. It's gonna be good
says, lads, the better this event goes, the more leverage we have to get the boys to do more of them.
Leverage.
Yeah.
I would really. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, leverage implies an element of blackmail there, doesn't it? Really?
I feel like there'll be a lot
It's
of
exciting though,
instances
isn't
of
it? I
blackmail.
love a bit of blackmail. It's quite exciting.
Oh, generally
So
can't
Rach
wait.
asks, Pyro? Question mark.
Not on this one, mate. No, there won't be any call for it, and it is incredibly dry over there, and I do not want to run the risk of anything happening by mistake or anything like that. So there won't be any need. Not only that, no need for pyro for this one, and
No.
yeah, it's a bit of a for the safety side of things, mate. It's a big no. Unfortunately.
Rage also says, tell Alex I'll translate the shoddy Southern English into proper English for her.
There we go. So that's that.
There we go.
So we can cancel that translator then, save a bit of money on that one. Rage's gonna be there.
Right, so Andy, did you say you had some questions come in?
Yeah, so I had some questions in regards to what sort of camping equipment should people bring. I know we sort of touched on it earlier, saying that you can bring whatever you want. but the question was more directed in regards to like, are they all right to bring a 4-man tent or stuff like that?
I mean, I wouldn't
that.
say I wouldn't say a 4-man tent because obviously that's going to take up a bit of room. You know, certainly sort of 2-man tents. You know, you can get some sort of smallest 3-man tents. That's absolutely fine. We can accommodate the space for that, no problem. Hammocks are fine if you want to bring a hammock.
Please don't bring a big 8-man. You know, the big massive
big tunnel
jobbies, like
tents and stuff like that, or like a big Emperor canvas thing. Yeah, so we will run out of space. So
if I'm not allowed to bring it, you're not allowed to bring it.
Yeah, exactly. But a minimal kit would be a sleeping bag, a roll mat, you know, knife, fork and spoon set, mess tin. Do you know what I mean? A head torch. You know, very, very basic overnight. A warm layer for the evening in case you need it. You know, if it's your first time out, literally don't even worry about. You know, you could bring any, even if you have to bring a couple of sports bags or a holdall or a suitcase, whatever it is. As long as you can come to the event and enjoy it, that's all that matters. But we want to make sure that you're doing it safely as well. So yeah, there is a minimum kit list on the website, but obviously like a mess tin, like knife, fork, spoon, you know, cup, bottle, a few bottles of water for yourselves. We will have some water on site, but if you can bring yourselves a couple of 3 litres, that'd be well handy. But we will have water available as well.
Yeah, we'll have.
And if you stay Friday, bring something to square yourself away for food Friday night, because obviously the ticket includes the barbecue on the Saturday, so the Friday night's a bit of a benefit for people travelling distance who want to get there a day a bit earlier. So, but yeah, it's a very minimal kit list. You know, don't go crazy.
And your pews, obviously,
and your skirmish loadouts, for the battle sim at the end of the Saturday, and your pews and that, which is all good. Make sure you bring. Don't forget
bear
that.
in mind, you know, literally for the battle sim, we are not expecting everyone to have to rock up full MTP. You know, battle helmets, you know,
just
plate
wear
carriers,
whatever
all
you
that.
want.
If you literally just have an M4 and, you know, jogging bottoms and a t-shirt or something like that, you're more than welcome. The only thing you do need to consider is obviously sturdy footwear.
Sturdy footwear and wicked eye protection and a mouth guard if you want. If you so choose to wear one, that's all. If anything, we'll insist on for that. But yeah, loadout wise, MTP, you can go OP4, you can go whatever you like. You know, obviously try and keep it on a certain level. I don't really want people turning up as Deadpool or Darth Vader or, you know, things like that, like in Stormtroopers running about everywhere. But you can wear your civvies. Do you know what I mean? You know, wear your civvies.
Although you can, you just won't play.
If you have an entire team of Stormtroopers, that'd be fine.
To be fair, that could be quite cool.
Yeah, that could be cool. Yeah. Led by Darth Vader.
Yeah, I'd let that go. Yeah. I'll tell you what, if it was the speeder bike stormtroopers, have you seen like the green camo one? Yeah, they're pretty fucking cool. They do, yeah. That I'd let that go. Yeah. But not the pure white ones. No, they won't work in the woods. Yeah. Sorry. No. That's why the Ewoks got them so easily, because their camo was shit.
And that's why they only won on Hoth. Because they're white on snow.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. Yeah.
It's logic.
And I wonder if the penny dropped. I wonder if that's when the penny dropped when they got back on the ships afterwards. Thought that was really easy. You know why, don't you?
Yeah. Because we were wearing white.
Like Darth Vader picks a snowball up and throws it at one. Duh, look. Huh?
Can't beat the
why do you think I only go out at night? Says Darth Vader.
Alex was going to lend you her Wonder Woman outfit.
Ooh. Who? Lance. Oh yeah. Down for that.
Now there's a thought.
Yeah.
There's a thought to leave you all with for the evening.
John asks about camo rules. So yeah, there's no specific camo rules for the various teams. The idea for the battle sim ultimately is that you are going to be operated in a small unit.
Well, you'll be in your group that you've been with for the day, so you should know who's in your team by the battle sim. If you don't, then that's your own fault. So we encourage you to get in amongst it and be sociable. You know, you go to it, because then there's not going to be any armbands and things like that. You'll need to know who's in your team, because you've been with them since 9 o'clock in the morning till whenever the battle sim starts. So I'd like to think you've built up a rapport.
That's quite important in the mill sim. I mean, that's fundamentally.
Yeah, exactly, because there is no armbands and stuff.
Targets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, Legion events in the past, for example, you get that little person that's just a little bit too close in terms of camo between the two teams. You know, I've got this really unique AOR 3 bush whatever, and it causes issues. So, you know, having the ability to PID your targets, knowing where your team is sitting, you know, I've got so and so on my right, so and so on my left.
All part of the learning experience.
John makes a good point there about comms. You can run comms. You can choose not to run comms. I mean, you're going to be in groups of 10. I've sort of thinking you're going to be sticking together for the most part. Possibly splitting off into 2 fire teams maybe at some point. You'd have to see what happens. But yeah, if you want to bring comms setups, you're more than welcome to. Ryan's has got frequencies for each team, so they've got their own frequency. If you did want to have your own internal setup, you can. That's not a problemo. So all good.
But you don't need comms. That's the point.
Comms aren't a requirement for it. You know, you could, even if you're in it, say 5 guys in the team have got comms, then the other 5 you just buddy up and just relay messages. That's what it's all about. Relaying the messages. If you can, the minimal you can use the comms, the better. You know, if you can stay off the comms, even better. Stay nice and quiet. You'll have to really. Some situations.
But if you really wanted to try a radio and you've never tried one before, I will have some spare at the event if you wanted to see what it's about. Like,
and you'll be covering it briefly in one of the little sit downs anyhow. So no worries at all.
So there'll be some spare radios if you want to try it out.
I'm just going to quickly duck to Facebook because Adventures of Zulu has sent us a message. They are on a canal.
Look at that.
Look at
Adventures
that.
of Zulu, he's loving it.
He's not still looking for Mike, is he?
I can't find him anywhere.
Ready to throw peanut butter at him. Where is he?
That is most likely a towpath. Just because there was a question about what's a towpath. It's the path on which boats were towed. So there you go. We've all learned something tonight.
We have.
We're all going to go away richer and more experienced.
What are we on about? Did I miss something?
He mentioned it when he messaged. Do you remember me and you did the number 1 viewed show of all time? Me and you, Andy.
Oh yeah.
And then he kept on chipping in now and again from the boat. He kept on gibbering on about a towpath, and nobody cared then. And nobody cares now.
Daz asks, "What if you don't have any airsoft weapons?"
There will be some spare. I will bring
Harsh
mine
language.
along.
Harsh language. Yeah.
There you go. Done.
Andy's
I'll bring mine along.
He's gone.
I'm here.
He's back.
I'm here.
You're back.
I've always been here. I was talking.
Your moody
I said I'll
Wi-Fi,
bring
Mike.
mine. I said I'll bring mine along. I'll bring all of mine along.
I'll
so
have an
if you
AK.
don't have
I'll
one.
bring an AK along. Someone can use if anything goes down.
Yeah. I'll have
AK
my.
You can use Daz if you want to use it, mate. More than welcome to.
I'll have my PKM, my M249, my Mark 18.
If you wanted to MP9 because it sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Mike's
If you
bringing
wanted
the
to,
Bible
if you wanted to
section
run around with a proper LMG that weighs something, Mike. You're
Or you
more
can
than
use
welcome.
Mike's one.
Or you could use Mike's one and float round the.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Indeed.
Yeah, mine's currently out of action because it still needs teching. I haven't had
Because
a
he
chance
can't
to
get it
do
off the ceiling. My string broke on my balloon, mummy.
on the balloon.
My
Why do you think I
balloon
bought
gun.
30 metres of comms cord?
Yeah. Aha. Now
He's
try and float
wheeling
away.
it in.
Featherweight bastard.
Rage says you can bring a basher as it's in the woodland. Could even make poles for a simple A-frame. I mean, this is the thing. That we are in
Loads
a
of
lovely
options,
piece
guys.
of wood. You know, there's tons of options.
Mike, can we share the picture of them? The bit I cleared today. Just the picture.
We can.
Just so
Give me a
people,
second.
people a
Because it
little
might take me a little while.
Ooh, sneak peeks.
sneaky peek of the
You heard it here
area that
first.
everyone's going to sleep in.
I've got to find it.
That's all right,
We've obviously
we'll-
got some raffle prizes. Should we talk about those briefly?
Shall I show off one of the raffle prizes?
Yeah,
show off
got here.
Let's show off.
So you've all been entered. Whoever's booked on, you've already got a ticket for this.
Already got a ticket.
But this, without even thinking about it,
You're right, Mark. I'll make him big.
could be all yours.
Oh no, I'm not. Ah, it's all gone wrong.
There you go. I'll do it. Oh, no.
You do it.
There it is. So we've got a shooter's belt set up from the wonderful guys over at Whitesphere
Yeah.
Tactical.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate that.
Dump pouch 5.56, 2 mag pouches for the old pistol, and IFAC as well on there. Outer belt, inner belt. So that is a sweet, sweet prize to win in a raffle that you didn't even know you'd entered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Automatically
Plus,
for
we've
free.
got a few more little bits and bobs as well. that have been
Coming
kindly
in.
donated coming in. So they will be released as and when. Or maybe we won't release them. This is the main big boy. This is one of the big boy prizes. Or big person prizes, should I say.
And to be
but
fair,
we do have
seeing
other
as there's
things.
30 tickets, that's a pretty good chance of winning. Like
One of
there's
you
30 tickets to the
30
event.
will win this.
It's a guaranteed win.
That's all I'm saying.
It's a guaranteed win for someone.
Mind blown. Mind blown. Mike, how is your head?
It's hammer time.
Are you going to tell us everyone now, or are you going to say for the campfire at the event?
I reckon you should tell it on the last.
If you book
on the
on, Mike will
closing
tell you the
words.
hammer story. There we go. Right, save it for then. If you really want to hear about Mike's hammer story, you need to come to the event, and he'll tell you around the fire one evening.
See you later, Richard.
Right,
Ban.
He's off to work.
Well, cheers, Rich. All the best,
Let's
mate.
See you later, mate.
Les has asked us if we're all muted.
Yes.
Oh, he's gone now. Oh, there he is. Hang on.
Are you all
Ah,
muted?
what's going on?
No.
All the buttons aren't working. There we go. Are you all muted? No, we're not.
No.
I think you might have muted your laptop.
Yeah, you
Unless
might
you've
mute
muted
the-
yourself, Les.
muted the
Or
screen.
your earpiece has fallen out, mate.
But I know
Oh,
we're
you've
taking the
gone
Mickey
quiet.
out of Les. Big shout out to Les because
Yeah.
Big shout out to Les,
he's
who's
going to be
given
helping
us
us out. So
he's given us some massive help from a
has.
safety point of view for the event. So, yeah, absolute legend. Love him
Yeah,
dearly.
lovely. Thank you very much.
What a lad.
Still not getting a t-shirt.
there we go.
I'm not getting a t-shirt. Look at that.
Oh, look at
Beautifulness. Just beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Until
That's
it
the only way I can
rains.
describe it.
That'd be nice.
No, it's going to
Yeah.
be brilliant.
It's going to be good.
Can't wait. Oh, so excited. Can't it be that weekend already?
Don't wish it away. I've got swimming in Dorset yet before that starts.
Oh, swimming. Dorset swimmings.
Andy, have you got any more questions? Because I'm conscious we've spent the whole episode so far talking about the event, which is fine. It's not a problem. I'm just wondering if we can.
I think that's been
Got
all the
anything
questions that
left?
we've had this week. I did have one. Let me find it. Can't remember who it was from.
There was a load of stuff on Instagram. Thank you ever so much for the people that got involved with our Instagram stories. It's been helpful. If you have any more questions, we'll probably run another one of those, sort of a general Q&A over our Instagram stories. Probably over the weekend. We could run it over the weekend. Gives us a bit of time to deal with it and sort of answer all the questions that come in. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Our Instagram is just forgot how to talk. Our Instagram is at November _Foxtrot _NoFo. So if you want to give us a shout on there, or you can also have a chat with ourselves on our Instagram.
On these ones.
below.
On the
So
personal
at
ones.
9volt Airsoft for myself, Andy is at _ Quartermaster, and Lance is at the _punished _1 _.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Just to confirm, for the people that are potentially arriving on Friday, we will have staff on site. People's on site from 0900 hours Friday morning.
Ooh.
So you can
Early
spend the
earlies.
day in the woods, relaxing before the sun.
Chilled out.
Probably do
Well,
arrivals from
potentially-
lunchtime to give people a
Yeah.
chance to get set up.
If
that
we've
need
got
to be there
if
first.
we've got a few people turning up, we might, depending you need to let us know if you're going to be arriving on the Friday. But if we've got enough people there, maybe we can sort of have a little bit of not necessarily a pew, but we could probably try and do something. We're not just going to sort of sit around for the whole day.
I have ideas.
Why? That sounds lovely, just sitting about for the whole day.
You could sit around. I'm just thinking, there's opportunities that we could do stuff. I don't know.
Ratty's been looking at bashers. Any buying tips? Yes. Go either get a DD tarp, mate, a small one, or get a British Army basher. Don't go down the path of seeing one for 15 quid and getting it because it looks like a British Army basher. Spend the extra 15 quid, mate, and get a proper one, because they will just shred if it's not a proper one. There you go, DD hammocks. Yeah, make great
Yep.
tarps.
DD hammocks. Yep.
And you
my
can
advice.
repair them if they break.
And you can repair them, or if someone set fire to them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Yep. So yeah, British Army
I mean,
basher,
the-
mate, issued basher or a DD tarp.
So the benefit with the DD tarp I found is that you can obviously get much bigger sizes. So if the British Army ones are obviously generally a fixed size, I can't remember what they are. I think they're sort of 2x3.
No, not even that.
2x2-ish.
They're like 2.6 by fucking same again 2.3 or something.
Yeah. Whereas the DD tarps, I mean, you can get them up to ridiculous sizes like 5x5. So, that's almost like an entire team's shelter. you won't need one that big. But all I'm suggesting is that you can get a slightly bigger one with the DD system, so that it just gives you a little bit more retail.
2x3s. 2x3s usually a good
2x3s,
size. Yeah, 2x3 is good for it because you can actually manipulate that into like a one-man shelter as well. Like if you've got trekking poles, you can actually set it up so it does actually look like a dome tent almost.
Yeah.
4x3.
I would recommend going if you are on a hammock though, or if you decide to go for it, if you're using it for cover over your hammock, go for a bigger than a 3x3 because you want them square as well, because otherwise you end up damp patches coming through.
Don't forget your drip lines on your hammocks as well, boys and girls.
Exactly.
Hammocks. Where your D-rings, make sure you get a paracord hanging down so the water tracks down that and drips away and doesn't soak into your hammock.
But you'll see that at the event with the hammocks that are set up for you to swing in.
I've got a little tip.
Swing
with
away,
bashers,
Andy.
actually.
Swing
away.
If you're going to buy basher poles, I would recommend the ones which twist lock. So Highlander makes some. And there is another company, I can't remember the name of the other company.
Miltech, they're the ones I've got.
But the twist lock ones are, I've found, more robust over the long period. With instead of like a lot of them have like a little grub screw that you basically sort of do up and it just pinches against itself. But the metal frame, but the metal frame which the grub screw goes in and out of is not necessarily the strongest. And over time, I found if you over tighten it, it knocks that frame out of skew. And I've actually broken, I think, maybe 3 of those now. Not like ridiculously over tightening it, but just you go too far with it, and it just basically the screw misaligns, and it just loses that ability to kind of lock it up. Then, whereas the twist lock ones, you obviously don't have that problem. It's all just the twist lock.
See, I found the twist lock ones. I've had a pair of them before, and I found that it didn't hold tension enough. It slowly went down. Whether I just had crap ones, I don't know, but I can't remember where I got them from.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my brother now because we've had this chat in the car to a number of events, and we've decided that they should come out with a basher pole which uses the same mechanism that you get in crutches. You know that little
press stud,
the spring-loaded press stud type thing.
You can install them. You could do them yourself. You can buy them press stud kits. I've seen. Who was it who's making one now? Simon, a bloke in the woods, a YouTuber. He makes. What was it he was making? He makes loads of his own camping kit, and he did a video on how he made it, and he used that I'll tell you what it was for. He was making his he had a 50 cal ammo can. He'd made a wood burning stove out of it, and the legs were using them little buttons to the retractable legs, and he actually bought a little kit to go in and out to make that happen. So that is doable. I've seen it.
Yeah, you can buy you can buy them off eBay
for the 3 of us.
You can buy them off of eBay, and Amazon sell them. They're literally just push pins. They're already pre-made with the little pins. You just have to get a 5mm drill or 6mm, I think it is. And then you just drill your hole.
You push it in, and it automatically opens up,
and it automatically springs out. Yeah.
Well, that's good because I've got a load of broken poles that we can use to test it out.
There we go. Then.
I'll order you some, Mike.
Tack a nut on the broken ones. That's it, Kenny, mate. Adapt and overcome, sunshine. Go on,
yeah. I mean, to be fair, the basher poles are normally 500mm height. You can't see the bottom of that. About 500mm height, which is realistically, I've slept under them at that height. They don't have to
nice
be
and low profile.
No, they don't have to be hugely elevated, but I think just having that little bit of extra head height or having the ability to set it up as like a winch brake or anything like that is quite useful. But
see, what I tend to do is I tend to have mine at a bit of a slant, a bit like the basher. So I have the one where my feet are going slightly lower, pegged out, and then the one at the head where you put your bag, you have that just ever so slightly a little bit more.
See, I'm similar, a bit slightly different. But when I might do my basher setup, 9 times out of 10, I've done it as like an A-frame.
When you said the same but slightly different, I was assuming you had like your head end a lot lower and your feet end.
Completely opposite to you. I climb into the head end and just
I just get in and wrap this up.
It's comfortable. No, I do.
Sorry, carry on.
Rather than having the basher pole at the apex, like the central part of the basher, I have it offset by one. So I've got a slightly pitched roof, so it's more like that, and then with a little bit. So I've got more real estate to move about in, and then I've got like a pitch enough there that still keeps wind and rain out. So I offset it by one, and then you can have it slightly higher, and it still runs out low.
I mean, if if you get the 4 meter DD top, you just have the 2 on one side, and then you just basically have an entire conservatory in the other.
Absolutely, yeah, good work. But then if you've got trees around you, you don't even need them. It's just a ridge line between 2 trees, 4 pegs later, and a couple of guy lines. Happy days. It's such an easy system to use. Really is.
Yeah.
The best.
James C says just big enough to squeeze 2 people underneath with kit.
My man.
For the British
And
Army
Bergen's
ones,
at the
I
end to
believe.
keep the wind out. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best way to do it.
Yeah, boy.
Rage says I've got a 4 meter by 3 meter DD1. So
Yeah, that's a good size.
the only thing
Man.
I find with the DD ones is the lack of camo patterns available. Because I think they come in OD, tan, and their own like multicam.
Yeah, they do a brown
It's
as well.
not
You can get it like a
multicam,
brown. Brown's quite good because it's
Yeah.
not like a
Is that their
dark,
OD
dark
one?
brown.
Not OD.
No, they do
Tan.
it brown.
Is that the tan?
They do
No,
an
they
actual,
do
no, it's an actual brown,
Actual brown.
Oh,
going
okay.
on down to Brown Town.
Like
yeah,
shit brown sort of colour.
yeah,
That
but
might be
like
the
a
one I'm
lighter
thinking of,
brownie,
is
like a
their
chocolatey
tan.
brownie. So it does blend in woodland. It is quite subtle. It does
it's-
sort of blend in around itself rather than it be because I had a DPM woodland basher when I first started. It wasn't a British Army one. It was strong. It was good. I can't remember where I got it from, but it was really dark. Like it was so dark, like the colouring on it, the camo pattern, and you could see it a mile away, regardless of where you set it up. But like obviously, if you get a proper British Army one, the colouring's a lot lighter, so it does blend in a lot better, depending on the environment and that. So be mindful. Yes.
Yes.
I'm lucky. I've got both. I've got MTP and I've got a DPM woodland one. Yeah, boy.
I've
But
got
Dan, my mate
MTP.
Dan's got a desert one. I'd like to get hold of that, but he won't let me have it because he's an arsehole.
Oh, I put that link up. Didn't you buy one of the?
Yeah, they have one
I
on
didn't.
there.
ones.
I
They're
bought
still-
Smidge instead, alright? I bought Smidge. Bashers don't protect you from midges. Smidges does.
Well, they do if you just wrap them around your entire head.
Yeah.
Like a carpet. Just roll up in it.
A
Sort of
You
is.
just have to tuck the
Yeah.
end in. Tuck the end in
like
like,
a
dry
body
sack.
bag.
Oh, like your dry bag, bivvy bag you was on about.
Yeah.
Just tuck yourself in. Job done.
Just completely airtight, seal it in, you'll be fine. No one will ever hear from you again. Brilliant.
You'll be fine for the rest of your life. You never
You'll
need
be
to buy
fine for
another
the rest
bivvy
of your
again.
Yeah. Perfectly preserved.
James says, you chaps should start World War II airsoft. No silly shelters involved. You just sleep in a hole.
Done that before.
That's not true.
We've
though.
done that as a modern event.
Done that at a modern event. Done that. Do you remember at Aport that one we done and when it snowed, and Ryan was literally
Yes.
slept in it. He made himself a shell scrape. Right. He had a 58 pack webbing. He had the large pack. He had the 58 pattern belt kit. He had a normal smock, OD green lightweight combats, boots, socks, and leather gloves. He had leather gloves and a beanie hat and a poncho. And he slept in that hole underneath that. I don't know how he survived, but he was literally right as rain in the morning. I don't know how he survived because I didn't know that's what he was used. That's what he had to sleep in. I think he had a wool blanket, like proper old school setup. But literally, that temperature dropped. I mean, it was below freezing overnight because we went to sleep, not a drop of snow on the ground. Woke up and my basher was like literally that far away from my face, and it was just like 2 or 3 inches of snow outside the tent or the bashers, and he was just like. It was like that scene in Band of Brothers,
Band of Brothers.
when they're in
Yeah.
Bastogne
Oh,
and the
yeah.
general's
Yeah.
talking, and then matey wakes up and goes, "Oh yeah, I got some information for you as well." It was literally like that. Like, it's just this hole and this blanket just came out and it was like, "Yeah, morning." I was like,
To be fair though, those
You're
World War,
alive.
like the World War II blankets, the real thick woolen ones.
"Yeah,
They are good.
they got to be warm." Yeah,
I've
It
still
must have been
got
because
mine
Ryan's
on.
not a big guy; he's a lean bloke as well, so he didn't have hardly
Yeah.
any body fat on him. Not like me; I could just snuggle up in the snow, and be all right. But
Wool blankets are good as well when they get wet, aren't they? Because they retain the heat.
they still
a lot
retain
more.
the heat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
still
yeah.
retain the
Yeah, it's a
heat.
good bit of kit. Nice bit of kit. Nice little touch. Yeah, nice touch. Bit of wool blanket.
Yeah.
I've
They
got-
are
I've
heavy.
got one with the
but
murder
they are
bag.
good.
I've got.
Oh,
to
that's
be
not
fair, I've got
surprising.
one in my truck. It's got a little red trim as well on the edge of it. It's quite nice.
Yeah, same. Is yours grey or green?
Mine's grey from Preppers. Yes.
Mine's green for breakfast.
Little shout out to Preppers UK there. If you need any kit,
Yeah.
guys, look
Yeah.
up Preppers.
Yep.
They are bristling with surplus kit, ready to sell to you. So yeah, they're cracking shop, cracking guys.
And they had some new deliveries, didn't they, on their
They
Insta?
did have some.
There
new
were
deliveries,
a
yes.
lot of boxes.
I saw. Did you see that video today? Someone bought a year's supply of rations.
Yeah. Did they
He's like
know
boxing-
something?
Boxing up, and boxing up.
That's someone that
rations.
owns a hole in the ground that they can hide in.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Not just a shell scrape. That is a.
Or whether
No.
they're going to be peddling them at an event or something, like a big festival or something like that. Maybe, I don't know, but that's a year's supply.
Or maybe they just see food prices going up and up and up, and that's their way of getting.
Well, you think
getting around it.
they do a month's supply one on there, and this is quite good for a team purchase. They do a month's supply one on there, and that's 60 main meals and additional bits and bobs, and you can add in a snack box as well for an extra like £8 or £9, and you get a load of snacks, and you get all the condiments as well. And I think that comes in at about 190, 200 quid. But you think you divide that up between the team? That's
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna be
not a lot. That's
not
not
a
a
lot
lot.
of money is for all that.
Mm.
It's quite good going. Yeah, definitely worth a look, guys. The old ration deals they got on at the moment. Sweet.
Harry says, "Will you have power on site? I might bring my mini camping Jenny if batteries need charging." So we
No.
don't have any power on site.
No power, no running water.
No.
So you must bring a minimum of a couple of litres of water for yourself. We will have water to replenish on site, and make sure your batteries are charged up before you come. Bring a little power bank for your phone or whatnot. Yeah, there's no. This is a completely untouched site. The only thing that's been touched about this site is they have a fence and gates put up around it.
Also, as it's dry, I would probably say not bring in the Jenny, just in case, because we don't.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a Yeti power box Jenny.
one of the-
Do you know what I mean? Or whether it's an actual brrr Jenny.
Yeah.
Diesel,
I wouldn't bring a
Harry.
petrol. Yeah, I wouldn't bring one of those. But if you've got
I think
the little
Harry's got.
electric
No,
one,
I
it
think
should
he's
be
got a
alright.
big power. I'm sure he had a blue. Is it Blue Yeti or something? He had one.
The Yeti ones.
about
Are
it.
Blue Yeti's
Yeah.
a microphone.
No,
No, but
Yeti
the
do
Yeti-
cool boxes
Yeti do
and power banks as well. But like the big ones,
Yeah.
the big, like they got 230 outputs and shit. In them. Shut up, Mike. But yeah, there is no power or water on site.
No. Talking of tarps again, James C says the DD tarps aren't MTP. It's like MTP and DPM have a baby. So that's what I was trying to describe
Ooh.
a second ago. I'm just trying to find the. Oh, I've got. Can't find it now. Oh, I can never find the thing that I want when I need it. Sorry. There is a picture. I'll bring a picture up in a second when my computer starts behaving.
Find the picture, Mike.
we go.
Find the picture.
Find the picture.
I'm getting there.
Marky Mark's bringing his desert basher. That won't be going home with it.
No.
Yeah. Stephen Whitehead says Pebble Dash. It is very Pebble Dashy. That's
Oh, okay.
pretty apt description for it, to be fair.
To be fair, if Marky Mark brings the kit, that he's going to be going home naked because I'm having those trousers. He's bought.
They are some
You're just going
nice
naked, mate.
trousers.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
lovely.
There we go.
It works quite well though. It's certainly
It's
not
not bad.
like, garish
No,
or
it's
anything,
not
is
a
it?
bad thing, but it's not. It's clearly
I
not
don't think that
multicam,
picture
and
does it
it's
any
not-
justice. I think it looks
It's a
better with
bit
an
like-
actual
No.
environment picture.
That is what it looks like. So they
That
make
looks
the
far
bags
more.
out of the
That's
same
more
material.
DPM than MTP. Well, I suppose it's got a bit of MTP look about it, but it's definitely more DPM colours in there than there is MTP in my eyes.
It looks like the old German Blitzkrieg.
I was going to say,
camo,
look
doesn't
like
it,
the Woodland ACU.
Yeah.
is it ACU. That kind of, the kind of the Woodland version of that.
See, in there, it's almost a digital image, isn't it? It looks digital from here. On that one.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It works.
It's all right.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
So
I'll tell you where
Greg Funnell. Hello, Greg. Oh, sorry.
a woodland, sorry, not woodland, a desert DPM basher worked really well. Was at APOC just just as winter hit, when all the leaf had fallen from the trees, and there was like really pale yellows and golds and browns and that. That basher just disappeared when Dan set that up. That worked wicked, like an autumn setup. The desert DPM bashers pucker,
Yeah, it's
especially if you've got a
wicked,
lot of leaf fall and like woodlands and stuff like that. Yeah, really good. Yes. Hello, Greg. Sorry, mate. Interrupted you there, Greg.
Greg Funnell, the ultralight DD tarps are great if you can afford the extra cost, about half the size and weight of the standard ones. So there you
Nicely done, mate.
Yeah, they are
Absolutely. Any guarantee or warranties with them? With a DD
What
tarp?
DD? I don't think DD do a warranty.
They're not.
go. No,
I didn't get one with the hammocks. The two hammocks didn't seem to have it on, but I didn't
Leave it
go
with
that
me.
close.
I will look into it. Andy, I think you had some more questions.
Yeah, so I had two questions that came through during the week. I'll do the nice easy one first of all, because the other one could dissolve into a little bit of a discussion. But the first one was, how do you guys keep your pyros when not at an event? For example, do you keep them in a fireproof box, or do you keep them outside? Do you keep them outside of the house in the shed, for example?
Ammo cans, mate. Metal ammo cans is where I keep mine. I've got a small German one, brown one, that used to carry, I think it was for anti-aircraft rounds to go in. Really slim, very slim ammo can, brown in colour, which I keep all like my Mark 5s and stuff like that in there. And then I've got like a bigger 50 cal one for all like my actual like smoke grenades and shit like that, and mortars and that to go in. Safe as houses, mate. Safe as houses.
I use an ammo can as well. Got mine from mine's like the small 5.56 rounds. Green one, basically from what's the War and Peace?
More and
Oh,
peace.
okay.
War and Peace show called War and Peace. I got that for like 10 quid. The only thing I do slightly different is I actually collect the little silica packets. You know, you get like
Yeah, it's a good
boxes,
shout.
shoe boxes,
New
stuff
shoes
like
and
that.
stuff.
Just tuck them in there because that keeps them dry. The pyros, you know, if you take the box to an event or anything like that, I've just seen that from Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah. I keep mine next to the nails and gas canisters under my bed. You loon.
I keep mine in my old shotgun cartridge box. You can fit quite a few in there, still fixed to the wall, so I thought might as well use it. It is fire rate, it's got fire lining on it as well, so
Fair play, nice.
I thought might as well use it as it's there.
I'll tell you what, little funny story. I was taking a bag out of my car the other day and found a loose Mark 5 rolling around with the lid off.
Ooh,
In
that
the,
could have been exciting.
So Mike doesn't look after his pyro at all, by the way.
No, I do. I do look after my pyro, but I don't know how this one got in there.
Yeah.
But it was literally.
Where'd you get your
rolling around,
pyro?
you know,
I'll
like
just
the
fuck
wheel.
it off the back seat when I've finished an event. Just hopefully it's
in the
alright.
wheel well. Like, can you imagine you're driving along and get a Mark 5 go off completely unaware.
I reckon if you had all the windows done up, it'd probably blow your windows out.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Gee,
Especially the
what was
flashbang smoke ones.
It would definitely blow your insides out. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You'd definitely be pulling over and
involuntary.
changing your pants. Yeah.
So, needless to say, that one was returned.
Safety,
to the
important
box.
safety tip there. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
A year's
And
worth.
if you are storing pyro, by the way, like the Mark 5s, I'm finding, I don't know about you guys, that the flashbang smoke ones are really good because they're just smaller
and
so
solid,
same amount of,
solidly built.
Yeah, they don't. Bits of them don't fall off as opposed to the Enola Gay ones.
It's when you go to light the Enola Gay ones and you actually hit it, and then the striker just goes.
striker.
Yeah.
And you're thinking,
Or the
oh,
whole
I've got
thing
like
just
a
melts in
all I've
your
got now is a
hand.
cardboard tube and a pyrotechnic that I can't light.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So the only
Ones, they just
advantage
use to
I've
fake
ever
a
found.
pint. You're like that with a mush. You're like, oh, great. Well, I've got black powder and cardboard all over my gloves.
The one I did find with the Enola Gay though is because you get the two tubes, you can lob in the tube as well because everyone at that point's like, oh, there's a grenade. And it's just the tube, and then you can run in after it and you're muted. Lance.
There's another one. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
Two grenades. I
just
actually
shout
got.
grenade and then lob in a blank tube. Job done.
I actually got two guys to shit themselves with a nearly smoked roll up once. That was quite fun at night time. I can't remember what his name was now. Oh, he's going to kill me for not remembering either. But we took the stockade, two of us, and there was two guys left up in the tower. And the Rizzo went, flicked upstairs, went, stomping around. And they both ran towards the stairway. Went, boop, 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 boop. And they were like, oh, I didn't go off. I was like, that's a roll up. They were like, oh, you bastard. Hey, gotta be careful, lads.
Yeah.
Check those corners. Check those corners.
Yeah.
Steve, tubes. Yes, mate.
Yeah.
Unbelievable techers.
Um,
I saw a question.
was there
about
other question?
Rations.
You
There
did,
was,
yeah.
Yeah, so there was one more. It's,
why on earth would somebody pay to eat a ration pack? Because it's an
They're
experience,
lovely.
James.
Yes.
And they might not have done it before.
And you're not paying, you're getting one for free.
You're getting one included.
So
in the ticket
shush.
price.
I don't think he was specifically talking about the event.
Oh.
What was we talking about?
I actually
We
quite
were
like
talking
ration
about
pack.
buying a year's worth of ration packs.
I like the
Oh, yeah.
the year's supply. Yeah. Well, I suppose if the shit has hit the fan and you're in a bunker.
Which, ironically, after eating a year's worth of ration packs, it probably
Well,
will.
it either will happen or won't happen.
Yeah,
There's
it's
two
one way or
sides to that
another.
coin, isn't there?
It won't happen, and then it will.
Yeah, it all depends how many biscuit
and
rounds
then
you
you'll
get.
die from it. So you've survived the nuclear holocaust, but you've died from exploding,
Shitting yourself. Yeah.
just combusted in the tunnel, wherever it is you're hiding. Yeah, I like ration
Oh.
packs. I like
Yeah.
the Indonesian pork and rice, and the chicken tikka and rice from Millets, the Wayfarer ones, and the maple bun. Do like a maple bun.
The chili peanuts are a bit good.
Mm-hmm.
They go really well on salads. I found out recently because we didn't have any peanuts, and I was like, oh, crush them
I
up,
can see
pour them
that.
over the salad. I was like,
Yeah, man.
So I had to buy some.
Do you know what
some
is
more
good?
from
I'm going to tell you
Preppers.
what, mate. Next time you get some coleslaw, put peanuts in it.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I shit you not.
Walnuts.
Not that I can do that at the
Walnuts.
moment because I've not eaten that for a long, long time now. But still fighting a good fight.
Yeah, walnuts are better than peanuts.
Just meat based, baby. Just meat.
Yeah,
Meat and
Right, come on, I'm conscious of the time. What's this? last
vegetables
question?
make me stand.
Oh yeah, sorry, Andy. What was the last question?
That's all right. So this one was actually from Ronin Armory. I presume he's still listening. And he said, "Hey lads, was wondering on your thoughts on DMR roles. Do you think it's a realistic role for airsoft? What are the pros and cons of the role, and how would you play? How would you play the role? Do you think it's not really offering anything to the squad since he assumes that the standard rifleman has the same or similar range?"
No,
range.
I don't agree. I think there's definitely a place for it, 100%. Because my DMR outranges a lot of standard rifles. So if you've got that reach and you need to put down, like, almost putting down suppressive fire, but controlled suppressive fire, like if you're keeping someone in a window so the team can move forward and do something, 100% there's a role for it. Definitely. As a number 2 for the sniper, if you've got a sniper in the section as well.
Yep.
Definitely there. You know? 100%
Yeah, and I
there's a role for it.
think within airsoft they've made it so it is more of it's that in between, as you said, being a sniper or being like basically a rifleman.
Yeah.
You're giving yourself a slight advantage over the normal AEG.
Yeah, and it's a challenge for yourself as well because you're sort of like it's more controlled, this, that, and the other. You get absolutely you can get rifles that reach the same distances as DMRs, but it's what goes with it as well. Do you know what I mean? The way you've got to conduct yourself if you are using a DMR and like you're targeting and things like that, and you're in your minimum engagement distances and stuff. You know, I definitely think there's a role for it. Yeah, 100%. But I do that. So yeah,
You do
absolutely
that.
there's a role. I do that.
Yeah.
Do those things. Yes.
Do you think there's?
Whipping an earpiece out at 50 paces, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Would you? I'm gonna flip the question slightly on its head. Do we think there's a role for snipers in the same vein as a DMR? Because
Yeah, man.
but are they that
It's
much
just not.
different?
It's just not. I mean, because obviously a sniper
No,
rifle
there's a lot of difference between a sniper.
has got
and
more reach on it. And again,
Yeah.
it's down. It's not so much. Look, if you're looking at it from like a broad perspective, then maybe not. But you've got to think about it from an individual point of view. As well, I like the idea of the sniping, and I like what I have to do as a sniper, as opposed to, well, it's pointless. It's not for me. It's not, because that's what I want to do. That's and there is a role in it, because you can embed a
So-
sniper somewhere and leave them to get
Yeah.
intel and that. If
that's it.
I mean, I'm talking from a milsim point of view. I'm not talking from a skirmish point of view, because I've never done that. You know, I have sniped at a milsim, and that was really cool. Not that I could get on with it very well, but that was very cool when I did try it. It was really, really good.
So the
and
point
definitely
I'm
a
trying to
benefit.
make is that ultimately you could have a DMR role in the team that is effectively just a sniper. It doesn't have to be, because the DMRs and snipers obviously usually have different rule sets, don't they? So the sniper's normally limited to say 500 feet per second, bolt action, etc. The DMR is a semi-automatic,
So it's
usually
usually
sort of 450.
Yeah, 450,
something like that.
400,
So,
yeah.
is there much difference between the sniper and a DMR in that role? Because theoretically, you could still run as a DMR with a sniper rifle.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the sniper...
Well, no,
if
because
you're
you
running
would be a
as
DMR
sniper,
then.
you'd be
You'd be a sniper, because you can't run
Yeah.
a DMR with a sniper rifle, because that's not a DMR, is it? It's a bolt.
But also
action sniper rifle.
the role is totally different. Like a DMR would be
You're-
attached to
yeah.
your squad, whereas the sniper would be probably set up in a team of 2, and would be a lot more get in position, sit and wait, observation, recce or
But you can
recon
also
or
do that
whatever
with
you
the
want to call
DMR
it.
effectively.
I mean, if I had my way, if I
yeah,
had a
you
We've
choice,
done that with
I'd be
LMGs, for example.
yeah. I'd be inclined to have
Yeah.
a sniper pair, as in a sniper and a DMR in a section, as over an LMG, if I could choose out of the two, because I think there'd be enough suppressive fire within the rest of the team to do the LMG's job almost, and then having that DMR and that sniper pair pinging targets left, right, and centre whilst you're maintaining a field of fire. Then yeah, I'd definitely go with a sniper pair, being
But then
bolt action and a DMR together, working as a twosome. That's dangerous.
Yeah, but see, what the way I would look at it would be that you'd have your squad, you'd have your rifleman, you'd have an LMG and a DMR, and then you wouldn't have a sniper within that section. Your sniper would be on their own. So your sniper would give intel to your squad of where you need to go. Your LMG would lay
He said
down.
intel. I'm just pointing out. Andy said
I know.
intel.
Would put that to the squad. Your LMG would get into position, start laying cover and fire down, while your rifleman flank round to take out the enemy. That would be the way that I would do it. And your sniper's there for, like, basically rabbit. Like, if someone gets away from that engagement, they're there to pick them off and be a little bit more precise. That's how I would see the DMR role and the sniper role being different.
Yeah,
There's
fair enough.
definitely a place for him in the milsim. Yeah, it'd
Yes,
be good to
100%.
see more. It'd be good to see more sniper roles done in milsim, like really properly conducted, like you know, going to ground, like really embedding themselves. You know, reporting back, like we did at Mac. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or obviously on a bigger scale, because obviously there was 4 of us in the hide and stuff like that, but it's still the same principle. Do you know what I mean? It's relaying that intel without being seen, without being noticed, but being in the position to take the shot if you needed to take the shot. You know, that's wicked. Love that.
Yeah.
More of that, please.
There aren't many events really that have a sniper role that I've seen that is that kind of intelligence feedback. Maybe you take 3 shots throughout the whole weekend. Like,
It's going to take a certain type of person to find that enjoyable. Like me, for example, I'd be more than happy with that. If I had to take 3 shots and those 3 shots were like critical, this is a high value target, or you need to take this person out. Then,
Although you say
great,
that,
you know,
yeah, Defiant on Red Tide 1, when we were doing DEA, Silly Gilly and I can't remember who he was with, but they were
number 2
gillied
as
up,
well. Yeah,
and they were sent out on their own recon recce taskings to gather intel or intelligence.
Join us, Andy. Recon intel. Recon intel.
I'm keeping everyone happy, everyone angry at the same time. So
Yeah, I mean, Defiant.
We've reached the end of
are
the show,
Quite good
yeah.
with the Defiant are quite good with sort of the different roles. But yeah, I mean, a lot of events ultimately the snipers. The point I was trying to get at is that you often see snipers just sort of bundled in with other squads, and it's just yeah, we've got a sniper who's effectively our long range gunner. You know, it's not specifically like a DMR role. If that makes sense.
it's rare that you see the case of like a squad to go to ground and they say, right, sniper and a DMR or sniper and a rifle, push up like 50, 60 metres, get eyes on, and then tell us where we can come in from. Basically, you know, sneaky, catchy monkey, and all that. You know, that's cool. That's cool. Cool moves. Cool moves.
but then again, like
Right.
DMR is a designated marksman, so that's it. I think in real world, I know in the American.
Well, Ryan says there, a
Guys,
section traditionally consists of 6 riflemen, a GPMG gunner,
Yeah,
and 1
and
DMR.
one DMR.
And I believe 2 out of them 6 riflemen have got UGLs as well. I think it's 2, Ryan. Is it 2? 2 UGLs as well? Or 1? Definitely more. Definitely 1 at least, but there's possibly 2. Yeah, all good. All good.
Right, if you want to get in touch with the show, you can do so on our email at nofochat@hotmail.com. Our Instagram is @November_Foxtrot_NoFo, and the website is novemberfoxtrot.co.uk. If from tonight you are inspired to want to attend the intro to Milsim, you can do so on our website. There's
Join
full
us.
details on there. There's a kind of there's enough information on there. We feel like we've covered most of the questions. But if there is anything else, feel free to drop us a message on our own Instagrams, say on screen now, or you know, just catch up with us through the show socials. If you're interested as well, we are going to be having, say, some patches flying around in the future, so keep an ear on the ground for those.
Yep. Also, just on the subject of the information for the event, a little bit of a side note. If you are desperate to come along, but you don't have all the minimal kit required to attend, please message us first. Okay? Please get in contact with us first.
Yeah,
Because it might be
100%.
something that we can do. If it helps you come along to the event, and that's what you're concerned about, please get in touch. Won't be able to help everyone, but I can certainly help
We
out
will
a couple
do.
of three
Yeah,
or four
we'll do our.
people
Yeah.
as much as I can to get
Yeah.
you to the event and for you.
We'd
to have an
rather you
enjoyable
come.
Experience.
Yeah. We'd rather you come than you go. Oh, I'm not going to come because I haven't got a roll mat. I've got 3 downstairs. And Rage is bringing 100. So
If not, Rage has got his rooftop tent as well, so you can just shack up,
snuggle
in,
up, snuggle up.
in Castle de Rage.
Yeah.
We've got some spare transers you can use as entry barter tokens.
But you do have to shout a certain word before you do gain access to the tent there. I mean, Mike's got it recorded actually, Mike. Hasn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't play it, mate.
I do.
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
got
right.
it.
Yeah, I'm good.
I've got it.
There we go.
There you go. Paul Harmon says, sorry, just caught the end of the show. The event is the 16 minimum age set in stone.
I
Well-
believe so for the insurance purposes, mate, but I can
Yeah,
check
we can
it.
double check.
I can double check it. We've done that as sort of like a standard because a lot of things we've been to, it's usually been minimum of 16 with an adult or over 18 is fine. Do you know what I mean? As a lot of places are. But I will check it. Paul, private message the show on Facebook or Instagram just so we've got your name and let us get back to you, mate, and we'll clarify
Yep.
that. We've
We'll
done
double
that just
check.
as a broad spectrum just to cover wherever other places that we've been to and it's been that sort of age restriction. So we will check it, mate. Yes,
But
and we'll get
between
back to you.
16 and 18, you definitely need a parent or guardian.
Yes.
We can't get out of that at all. We
Yeah.
you know,
So if they are
Unfortunately, that
16
is
or
an
whatever, they
insurance thing.
do have to have a parent or a guardian
Oh.
with you at the event.
And don't forget, full
Danger
face as well.
Full face.
Full
protection for the
face.
16-year-olds. Yes.
So you got to have mouth and eyes.
Mm-hmm.
If you're over 18, just your eyes. If you're
If you
in that
choose.
way inclined, if you choose.
Flo just says, Lance, when you vape, can you make a choo-choo noise?
Oh, hang on. Toot, toot. Happy things I do.
Welcome back,
If
Flo.
someone can
Thank you
please
very much.
meme that would be brilliant.
Yeah, if you can put Lance's face on Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh yeah.
Oh no, can't I be Gordon? Which is like the old diesel grumpy one.
What the old grumpy?
Oh,
Oh, God,
Gordon.
let me just get to the end of the show, please.
No, we're never going to end. We're going to start our 24 hours now.
just a little plea that if you are enjoying the content at all, give it a little like or a thumbs up, or in whatever platform you're using. Maybe even a review. It just helps us.
Oh yeah, get some
basically-
review. We haven't had a review for ages.
Yeah, we haven't
haven't had a review in a
Mike
long
put
time.
an accent on.
Yeah, he
miss
could do his
Mike's accent.
one he put on at
Irish.
the Empire Sniper Ops event.
Yeah, the
Do
Irish one.
my,
Come here,
Belfast
Cala. Yeah, get him one of them, whatever that is.
if you could just help us with a like or anything, it just helps us try and beat the
Break,
algorithm, basically.
break
and
into the
hopefully-
algorithm.
Yeah, it just helps us kind of get our content a little bit further out.
And share as far and
so-
wide.
So join us next week where we are going to be discussing hydration.
Ooh,
I just finished my bottle of hydration
Water.
juice.
Doing hydration
Whoa.
next week, so it's hot.
My camera went weird. I thought it was my eyes for a minute.
It's hot out there. Hydration's important, so we're going to be talking about hydration. So, be it kit in terms of keeping yourself hydrated, keeping water on your body, and maybe a little bit of science around the benefits of hydration and what to do if you don't stay hydrated. So there you go.
That's
Yeah.
your department, mate.
death.
I never said that. Just so I can make it clear now, I never said anything about science.
Tune in next
I'll
week.
do the science.
We'll be back Wednesday, 8 o'clock. And yeah, thank you for watching. Who wants to
That's
do
right.
the words of the week?
See you
Lance
later.
wasn't here last week.
You crazy
Yeah,
folder.
Lance. Come on, words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. Ooh. Book onto the event, or else.
Well, there you go. Thank you,
We'll
Lance.
see you next week. Have a good one. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Stay NoFo.